Hey, how's it going? Back with another one, and today I want to talk about success. This is something that's been on my mind a lot lately, and honestly speaking, it's something that's been on my mind for a very long time. Success is something that our society has their own standards for, and I would challenge you to challenge those standards and define what success is for you. Because I think one of the things we see a lot societally is success is making some type of level of income or procuring the certain item or thing that you want, the car, the watch, the whatever, it's the house with all the stuff. And truthfully speaking, there are people who go in pursuit of those things, the career goals, whatever, and they compromise their well-being personally. They end up sacrificing their family for it. A lot of people lose their entire family because they were chasing career success. Is it really, are you really winning if you lose everything just to get the one thing? And this is something I've struggled with for a really long time because for a long time I have felt like I was pretty vastly underachieving. I drive for UPS. Not a very glamorous job, pays the bills, gives me some security, great health benefits for myself and my family. There are a lot of good reasons to stay there, but it's not personally fulfilling. And I find other ventures to fulfill myself personally. I have a wife and a daughter. They fulfill me personally incredibly. I'm trying to take care of myself over the years here. That fulfills me personally. We have a fantastic community, my wife and I, through our YouTube channel. That absolutely fulfills me personally. And then in addition to that, we get to do charity work through all of that. And that is massively fulfilling. So the gaps that were present from my career, I filled those in other ways. But it's all a balancing act, to make sure, because for me, success is making sure that I can put a little bit of time into each of those things without any one of those things completely taking over my life at the expense of any of those other things. And it means I don't make the most money. It means I don't have the nicest house or the nicest car. It means, by the world standards, maybe I'm not doing the best. But by my standards, I've got everything I've ever wanted. And to me, that is success. So it's not the story I would have written for myself if I could have penned it out 30 years ago when I was, coming up as a little lad and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life when people started asking me that question. But I ended up right where I needed to be because I stayed faithful, I trusted the process, and it took a while to pay off, but here we are, And I struggled with that for a long time, feeling like I wasn't a success, feeling like I was a failure, or feeling like I had sold myself short and not lived up to the potential that I thought I had. And that's a trap, It's easy for me to sit here now in such a blessed position to be able to say that, but it didn't always feel like that. It didn't always feel like, hey, just trust the process. It's going to be okay. There was a lot of times where it didn't feel like it was going to be okay. Most of my life, it didn't feel like it was going to be okay. But I stayed the course, and I urge you to do the same. And I urge you to think about what success really looks like for you. Not by anybody else's standards. Please, if you're on, I'm not going to try to demonize social media, but I cannot stand social media because it fuels the comparison game. You can't compare yourself to anyone else because what their definition of success is, you might get that, you might strive for that and get it and find yourself miserable. So we're going to keep today pretty short. I just wanted to speak to that. It was something that I've learned over the years and I wanted to share it. It felt like it was very important to share to me because I've been feeling so fortunate to be in the position I'm currently in. And I didn't feel that for a lot of my life. I'm 41 years old, and it took me, truthfully speaking, until now to start feeling this way. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Hope you're well. We're good. Aaron's getting over a little bit of a cold over here. We're getting ready to take my daughter's starting school on Tuesday, so we're getting ready to take her to Manish Chauhan's restaurant, which if you're a Food Network fan or familiar with any of the food cooking shows, Manish Chauhan is a fantastic chef, and she has a restaurant here in Nashville, Tennessee, and we've never been, and we're really looking forward to going. So we're going to do that as a little treat to her for 7th grade, going to the up the hill at the campus of her school. It's kind of a graduation process and a new chapter in her life. So we're going to go celebrate that tonight, and it's going to be wonderful, I'm sure. And I cannot be more thankful to be doing that, and just finished recording some videos with Aaron for the Stuff and Whiskey YouTube channel. Can't wait to put those out. It's just getting more and more fun over there, and the community is just amazing around that. And we have a charity fundraiser coming up in a few months that I know is going to be great. There's so many good things happening, and it's all because I trusted the process, stayed the course, kept the faith, and didn't let other people's metrics of success define who I am. You know, even when I didn't feel like I was succeeding, I stayed the course, and I can't say enough about that. But hopefully this finds you well. We're going to cap it there. We'll see you next week with another one of these, and whatever's on my mind then, and whatever's on my heart to share. And I'll just, listen and listen and follow. That's the way I live life these days. So cheers to you. By the way, this is Michter's 2024 Michter's 10-year rye, lower proof, big flavor, big nose. Oh man, this thing is just absolutely amazing. Sip. It's so dense and rich. Gingerbready, brown sugar, very little like rye forwardness. It really tastes more like a bourbon. Very, very good. Big fan of Michter stuff. I didn't love some of the older 10-year rye releases, but the last few years have really been on point. The last couple years have been really on point. So big fan of their ryes, big fan of their bourbons, big fan of anything cask strength from them. Michter's is just doing great stuff these days. So gonna cheers you with that on the way out of here. Hope you have a great night. Hope you have a great weekend. Talk soon.